Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another top 10 type of video. In this one, we're going to be counting down the top 10 best episodes for the Walking Dead television series, leading into the second half of The Walking Dead Season 7. And spoiler warning, of course, if you guys are not caught up for The Walking Dead. So, this one is pretty tough to do. It's pretty tough to narrow down The Walking Dead after 6.5 full seasons of the show. So 6 full seasons and half of Season 7 for what are the 10 best episodes of the series, since there's just been so many and everyone has their favorites. So this is going to be my list of which ones I think are the top 10 best episodes, most well-rounded, have kind of the most impact, are the most memorable, or just kind of stick out to me as like, okay, these are some of the episodes that make The Walking Dead what it is, that make The Walking Dead The Walking Dead. So, of course, we got the first half of the Season 7 now to integrate into this list, and after Season 7's finale, we will take any episodes that are in the back half of Season 7 and integrate them as well and see where they fit. So the best episodes for the first half of Season 7, I think, to say right off the bat are the premiere, The Day Will Come When You Won't Be, and the mid-season finale, and then episode 7 was also pretty good as well. So Heart Still Beating, Sing Me a Song. So there was a few really good episodes this half. There was a lot of episodes that were mediocre for Walking Dead standards, so many of them I wouldn't even consider to put on the list, but those 3 are the ones that I would consider to put on this list. And this has been a running list, a running tally, so season by season, I basically have taken in the new episodes and, compared them to the older ones and, taken into consideration fan response and viewer response for fans of the show, so just myself and you guys, and kind of what I see online and how much buzz is around the show at that time. So this is the 10. Honorable mentions first before we get into number 10. JSS, Not Tomorrow Yet. The Grove, that's one that a lot of people really, really like, is The Grove. 18 Miles Out, Try, Clear, and then, of course, Sing Me a Song and Heart Still Beating at this point. Killer Within gets pushed off the list this year. Killer Within Season 3, Episode 4 is going to be moved to number 11. It was top 10, but now that we've had to integrate new episodes, it's been kind of pushed off, which is kind of difficult to do because Killer Within is an amazing episode. I mean, you have kind of the, spoiler warning, death of Lori, and you have the death of T-Dog, and you have all the craziness that happens at the prison. So it's one of the best episodes, and it's really hard for me to push it off the list, but we kind of have to at this point. So number 10 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 12, which is Better Angels. Shane's last episode of the show, one of the most memorable episodes in the entire series for sure. You have Rick and Shane, they kind of go at it. Up until that point, up until the finale for Season 2, Shane had been a forefront character. He'd been an A-lister in the series. He had more time than even Daryl. He had more time than a lot of the other characters. He had a lot of concentration, and a lot of people really, really like Shane. Also, of course, recently finding out that the baby, of course, was Shane's. It kind of adds to that a little bit more, makes it even more rewatchable, I think, because to see things from Shane's perspective, he, of course, is troubled by that. Then you've got the Randall situation, and you've got the final confrontation where he decides he's going to have to kill Rick. It's what's best for his baby, I suppose, and what he thinks is best for Lori and Carl and the group. So he tries it, and is not able to finally pull the trigger, and Rick is able to counter him. So it's an amazing episode. The finale, the ending for it is incredible, and it's definitely got to be on the list. It's one of the biggest episodes of The Walking Dead ever. It is crucial to making The Walking Dead what The Walking Dead is, which is the whole idea that almost anybody, I won't say anybody, but almost anybody can be killed off. At that time, most people thought Shane was probably going to be in the show for the entirety of the show, would never be killed off. So it was pretty surprising, and it was a nice twist for new, fresh viewers. It's an incredible episode, and it really helped build The Walking Dead to be what The Walking Dead is. That's number 10. Number 9 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 15, This Sorrowful Life, the final episode for Merle in The Walking Dead. Another incredible episode. Probably the best episode from that, the finale for season 3 was not nearly as good. And this Sorrowful Life, getting to see Merle go in against the governor, the intensity, the excitement, him getting wasted first and having all the zombies come with him. Very clever, something I'd never even thought that they would even think of doing, based on the comics or anything. It was really smart. It was really exciting. And to be honest, it probably should have just been the season 3 finale. And I don't know what they would have done otherwise, but after that, the follow-up was not nearly as good. So, final episode for Merle, another amazing episode that's kind of like our season 3 equivalent. Had a lot of action in it too. It was really fun, and the question of what to do with Michonne is even more kind of important now, because Michonne is Rick's, zombie apocalypse girlfriend / significant other, however you want to refer to it as. Amazing episode, number 9. Number 8 is going to be the season 2 premiere, episode 1, What Lies Ahead. This was around the time when I started to realize how great The Walking Dead really was. Before that, in the first season, it was a great first season, but when they aired What Lies Ahead, I was like, wow, this is exciting. This is like separating The Walking Dead from a lot of other series where they have some peaks, they have some good episodes, but What Lies Ahead was an incredible episode. The RV zombie, the first kind of zombie herd that comes through, Dale and everybody else. It was just really, really well done. It was incredible. Down under the car as Sophia goes off. It was a great start to another season, to season 2, and it really showed us what they could do with Walking Dead. It's an amazing episode. It's one of the best premieres ever, for sure. It's up there as one of the best. Number 7 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 3, Thank You. So an incredibly exciting episode as well. The fake death of Glenn with the dumpster, the death of Nicholas, Rick killing off the remainder of the wolves, zombies everywhere, Michonne getting some wicked zombie kills, Heath is finally getting a part in this, and you have Scott who's hurt and all this other crazy stuff going on, right in the midst of No Way Out. It's an amazing episode, man, and I remember the buzz online when they fake killed Glenn about the dumpster death. The internet went insane, man. It went crazy, and I feel like episodes like that elevated the show to another level with regards to the zombie threat. So with regards to we've had zombies throughout the series. We've had some pretty cool stuff with zombies. We've had some mini herds. We've had some groups. We've had characters have to run away and kill off certain amounts. But this was a really cool episode in terms of the environment to really set in our minds that, if you get into a bad position with that amount of zombies, it's not going to be good. You got guts getting ripped out. You got them get cornered at the end of the alley. It's one of the most exciting episodes ever, for sure. I mean, it's just, oh man, what a mind-blowing, incredible episode. And for zombie apocalypse fans, this one is like incredible, man. Absolutely. So that's Thank You. Number 6. Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 3, 4 Walls and a Roof. So this one's still got to be up there for me. The final kind of, killing, I suppose, of the Terminus group of the Hunters with Gareth as the lead. It's another insanely exciting episode. This one really shows that you can have the great zombie stuff too, and you can also have some intense horror, some intense drama, and some really action-packed kind of back and forth fighting between groups. And when Rick and the others get Gareth and they get the Hunters, and he shoots them, and you've got the group kind of split up. You've got some hiding, you've got some behind. They come up behind him. It's incredibly exciting. I mean, because you know what's going to happen if Rick and the others do not defeat Gareth and the Hunters. They know they can't let them go. It's brutal at the end, but it's within the context it should be, and it's pretty amazing. So that's Season 5, Episode 3, 4 Walls and a Roof. Awesome one. Now we're into the top 5. At number 5... I'm going to put The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 7, pretty much dead already. This is an amazing mid-season finale. It's one of the best mid-season finales ever, for sure. Sophia coming out of the barn. It all comes down to that. Shane losing his head, all this craziness going on, and then Sophia comes out of the barn. Now, the brilliance here is that nobody predicted it. That's the amazing part. I read websites, I saw comments online, I saw forums, because you guys got to remember, I was doing weekly reviews. At that time, I was doing prediction videos, like all kinds of stuff, and nobody saw that. Nobody was like, hey, what if what if Sophia was just in the barn? When they're doing all this running around in the first half of the season, they're looking for all this stuff. Nobody was like, what if she's just a zombie in the barn? What do you guys think about that? So what a twist. And again, another episode that really puts The Walking Dead on the map for being one of the best series ever. When she comes out and everything, Rick having to put her down, Carol's reaction to that, Shane and everything. Amazing mid-season finale. Incredible. Number 4 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 1, The Day Will Come When You Won't Be. So that's this season. So the episode I'm going to put into the top 10 list now is The Day Will Come When You Won't Be. So what do I have to sum up for? You guys know. We just saw it. I mean, the buzz, the hype, it was just unbelievable. Negan being in the show finally, getting to see the double death, which was a nice twist, really crazy. And sad at parts, demoralizing at others. You got Rick, and he's just beaten down and just depressed and just shut down. Becoming submissive to Negan. The emotional reaction at the end. It's an episode that no one will ever forget. It's an introductory episode for Negan. After this episode, nobody's going to think that Negan is just some little villain like the Wolves, or he's just some little, no big deal. This episode makes Negan a big deal. This is an amazing episode, and even though it's not the most fun because it's so kind of depressing and bleak and everything, dark and that, it's still unforgettable. It's still incredible, and that's why I have to put it on the list, because it really separates the series. When I think of the Walking Dead comics, I think of like before issue 100 and after. Like it splits it. And for the TV series as well too, we've already seen the show is a lot different than it was prior. So it's kind of like the season 7 premiere with Negan showing up is really going to separate the show. It's going to separate all the things that happened before it and after it. You're going to remember this one. Even if they get up to season 13 or 15 like they want to, let's say, season 10, this episode people will remember, I think, for sure. So that's the premiere for season 7. I'm going to put it number 4. Just beating that one out, very close for this one, is the season 5 premiere, No Sanctuary, season 5, episode 1. This was tough. I was thinking, should I put The Day Will Come, ahead of it or after it? I put it at number 4. I put No Sanctuary number 3 because I felt like No Sanctuary has such a great mix for what you want for a good episode. It has the horror. It has the shock value. It has, baseball bats too. It has zombies everywhere. It has, Carol putting on the guts and saving the group. It has some killing, Carol killing, is it Mary and some of the others there at Terminus. It has the stuff with Tyrese and Martin. And at the end, it has a very happy ending to the episode where you see, Rick find out that Judith is still alive and is there, kind of thanking Carol for what she did. Daryl finding out that Carol's still alive, giving her a nice hug and everything. It's got some happy moments. It's got some action-packed moments. It's got some horror. It's just a perfect mix for what you want for the first season. And in terms of ratings, in terms of pure ratings, it's the highest rated episode ever, The Walking Dead. More people watch this one than ever. It was a really amazing episode for sure. And I do have to put it higher than the season 7 premiere because I think it's got some dark moments too, but it's also got some light in it also, which I think really rounds it out, makes it a better rounded episode when you're comparing one versus the other, and I have to put it at number 3. Number 2 is going to still be The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 8, Too Far Gone. So it's kind of fading a bit because now it's been 3 full seasons since Too Far Gone. But, and that's why I was like, should I move it higher? Should I keep it in this spot at the runner-up? And I was like, no, you know what? It needs to stay there because a lot of it, I think, is just the fact that we kind of forget how exciting it was when we first saw it. When we first saw Too Far Gone, it was also one that just made people go crazy. The internet exploded. Everyone went nuts. Getting to see the governor in a tank attack the prison. I was like, is No Sanctuary better than this? No. This is an intense episode. You see the governor, Rick, and everything, the fight that goes down, Michonne killing him, all the chaos that ensues at the prison, them leaving the prison afterwards. I mean, this is an amazing episode, is Too Far Gone. It really changes the whole perspective of the show again. It's like a big twist. You think that this is where the group lives, this is where they're going to live, what's going to happen next, and then the governor rolls up with a tank, and all bets are off. So it's still an incredible mid-season finale. It's the climax for the Governor's story arc. We'll see if maybe All Out War, the end of All Out War, can top this one when Negan and Rick go at it once more. But this one was very climactic for the mid-season finale for season 4. So Too Far Gone, it still has to be there. It's still an incredible episode. The Governor was a great villain in the show, and even though it's been a while now, I got to still keep it there because I feel like nothing has beaten it out for its time. Up until we still don't have any others aside from our number 1 that have really beaten it out, I think, in terms of everything when you look at the episode. So that's a climactic episode for Walking Dead. I'm going to put it the second best ever. Number 1 best episode ever for The Walking Dead, I'm going to go with Season 6, Episode 9, No Way Out. I'm still going with No Way Out, yeah. So I do think it's better than Too Far Gone. I do think it's better than No Sanctuary and The Day Will Come and You Won't Be. This one is like a dream come true for zombie apocalypse fans. At the end of the day, it's awesome to have groups fighting against each other. It's awesome to see villains like the Governor and Negan, and it's really exciting. But at the end of the day, this is a zombie apocalypse series. And there is not a better episode for zombies than No Way Out. I mean, getting to see everything they packed in that episode, the deaths, Ron becoming a villain as part of it, what happens with Jesse, what happens with the Andersons as a whole, Daryl killing the guys with the bazooka, the Bud and his group from Negan Saviors, of course. The water being on fire, them clearing out Alexandria. I mean, Rick going outside, reckless abandon, like he doesn't care anymore. If he makes it, if he doesn't, he just doesn't give a shit anymore. He probably thought at that moment that Carl was probably dead. So he goes outside, he's got the axe, and he's just slashing through them all. And whatever happens, just happens. He doesn't care. Everybody else comes out behind him, following the leader. It's an amazing episode. It's a triumph for Walking Dead, just right along there with Rick. They go from total hopelessness to defenselessness to not being victims, getting out there and smashing some heads. Pretty simple. Best episode of The Walking Dead ever for me is No Way Out. Now that's subject to change. We'll see if they can top it ever. I don't know if they're going to be able to, but as the seasons go on, sometimes they add more money, they do some bigger things. So who knows? We'll see. But right now, I'm still going with No Way Out as the best episode ever, followed by Too Far Gone, No Sanctuary, The Day Will Come and You Won't Be, Pretty Much Dead Already, Four Walls and a Roof, Thank You, What Lies Ahead, This Sorrowful Life, Better Angels, and Getting Pushed Off the List, Killer Within. That's my top 10 best episodes list, guys. Let me know which ones you think are the best. I'm sure there's going to be some people who are like, oh, The Grove's got to be on there. So if you guys want to do like a top 3, top 5, your favorite, whatever, which ones you thought were the best, write it in the comments below. That's my list for now, guys, and we'll update it after Season 7 ends. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, don't forget, thumb that shit up below. You can share, you can favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left to subscribe. Always appreciate it. Thanks for all your support, guys. Hope you had a great holiday. And that's it for this one. See you guys again tomorrow. It's Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See ya.
You better subscribe.